massive win for us, and it's unbelievable, isn't it? 2,500 down here, 16th in the table. What we've gone through today and over the past few weeks, we've had to show a lot of character. That's 4 wins on the bounce down here. I've said to the players, it's a situation that we shouldn't be in. We all know that, and with the quality that we've got, that's besides everything that's happened off the pitch. But we were in a situation. We've been in it for quite a long time, and they've shown tremendous desire and character, and courage is the big word for me, especially today when they equalise. You know, they're an excellent side with a lot of things going for them on the pitch and off the pitch, and quite rightly so. They never took the foot off the gas today, and we had to earn our win, and one that I'm delighted for the boys and everybody connected with the club that we've got.
Andy Campbell had missed the last 2 games through suspension, which is well documented. He came back today and went some way to repaying missing those 2 games. Yeah,
we said I had a little word with him before, and we decided that him getting an hat-trick today would possibly go a long way to repaying the boys who had to fight for 45 minutes to get something at Burton. But you know, you look back and you analyse the season, and we'll do it. And he's a player that we had in at the start of the season to be a big player for us, and I think he's shown again today. Not played a lot of football, what he can do. So I'm desperate for him to keep himself fit, desperate to get Darren Stamp fit. You know, we need possibly to make changes into the squad, which happens at every football club up and down the country. As long as the younger boys learn from this and certainly realise what end of the table they would rather be at. I know, from my point of view, what type of where I would like to be in the table, considering last season and considering this season. It goes without doubt. So as long as we all learn from this, we move on as a football club, which I've always said we have to. And hopefully this, you know, this can be, it has to be a major period or point in the club's recent history, and we've got to move on, because as I said to you before, we just can't carry on like this. You know, limping along when your teams of Stevenage's standard are investing in the team, and off the pitch things are happening. Your Burtons, your Yorks, you know, your Oxford. This is a massively difficult league. You know, I think Oxford came into the league at the start of the season thinking they'd walk through it, and you've seen what's happened to them. Morecambe's, who've been trying for years to get out of the league. Your Exeters are averaging 4,500 punters. You know, other teams are up there as well. It's a massively difficult league, and I just want, as I've always said to you, Dave, you know me a long time, I just want to be able to compete on a level playing field with everybody else, and certainly don't think that's happened this season, and hopefully we can move on and look forward to a bright future.
Do you see this as a launch pad for the club? It's got to be.
It's got to be. It's got to happen in the immediate future. It's got to happen. Things hopefully will happen with this thing. I mean, I'm sick and tired of people coming to me and saying, when's the stand going to get finished? You know, people like Nigel Clough, who've been here for the last 4 years, what's happening with the stand? It's an embarrassment, I think. You know, Forest Green whipped their ground up in the space of a year. Burton Albion whipped their ground up. You know, this is the club's hemorrhaging money. We can't move forward at all. And unfortunately, you need things to happen off the pitch and everything else to move, to give the people involved the opportunity to compete for the better players, and that's what we're all looking for. The supporters are looking to get better players down to the ground. I certainly want to improve the team, and these things obviously have to happen.
Let's hope they come to fruition, and well done on today.
Thanks very much. Cheers. You know, I've tried to get Stampy for quite a long time. He's playing at 60-70% even now, and obviously Andy Campbell has not played any sort of football, so I wouldn't say that he was in a groove at the moment. But he's shown what he can do today. Stampy's scored goals. It's an important part of the pitch for us. I think Stampy's got 5 or 6 in so many starts. Andy Campbell today got a couple. You know, it's a pairing. I think it needs competition up there. You know, we'd like to improve it up there, like everybody else does. But you know, they've not been a part of the football club all season, and I'm delighted for both of them today. I think they all gave their lot. That's all you can ask for. It's a pressure situation. There was a lot of tired legs out there. There's a lot of people running on empty. You know, not just the fitness part of it, but just the mental pressure that they've all had to go through over the past sort of 6 to 8 weeks in having to win games. You know, that takes its toll, and I thought it took its toll today on a very hot hot afternoon, and there's a lot of tired bodies out there, a lot of tired minds out there, but they dragged themselves through it and got the result that we were all craving for.
And the relief was evident at the end with the way that the supporters reacted. That great scene with the pitch invasion at the end, so good-natured.
Yeah, they're good supporters. They've been very good to me, excellent. I fully appreciate that, and to the players. But you know, everything needs to go hand in hand, doesn't it? You know, the decent set of players, supporters, things happening off the pitch, and you know that's we're all parts of the cake. And there's other ingredients that need to go into to fulfil everything. I can't last the summer. I can't last a week, if I'm honest. I can't last 2 weeks. You know, 2 weeks. I think something's got to happen because you know I want to do my job properly.
Do you think it will?
It's well. I've been hoping it will have done for a long time now, but it hasn't, and it's got to. And there's a lot of, you know, I'm left in the lurch in terms of attracting players, you know, everything, even down, like we said, down to kit and pre-season friendlies. My hands are tied, but it's got to happen, and it needs to happen ASAP. We know what we need to address as a football club. On the football point of view, the away record's been awful. We need to sort that out. We need to improve the playing squad. We'll have to make changes to it. Players who have been here, have been through this year, will hopefully benefit from the experience. New players coming into the team will add a bit of quality and put us in a position to battle. And I don't think there's a big dividing line between the top teams and where we are. But it needs to be bridged. But as I said, it needs to happen. You know what, Kelly, I've been here 5 years now, you know, and it's gone. It's just lurched from one thing to the other, and you know, you can understand that it might get just a touch tiring for me when you see other clubs doing things and your club really just treading water. Just the overall what happens to the club's got to change. I think everybody's tired and bored and fed up and frustrated, and it just can't keep rolling on. You can't keep expecting supporters to turn up to meetings and do bits and stuff. You know, it needs to happen. I'm excited about it, and if it does happen and I'm part of it, that'd be brilliant, and I really look forward to it. And then I get judged off, like we always say, off a level playing field. And I think, you know, people have got to come up with some decisions very, very, very fast for players, for myself and Jake's and the staff, and most importantly for the supporters. I think they're just had enough of getting spun around all over the place, and they're not mugs, and they deserve a lot more.
I don't want to offend you, but in a worst case scenario, what might happen to your own personal situation if this thing isn't sorted out?
I'll be off.
You would consider leaving?
I'll not consider it. I will be.
You will be leaving.
You've got a 2-week ultimatum. You want it to happen in a fortnight, and if it doesn't.
Well, I can't. I mean, I don't want to sound arrogant or I don't want to put pressure on things, but you know, people have got to come. People have got to tell me what's going on, one way or the other, because I don't know what's happening. There's been no direction at the football club at all. I don't know. I haven't got a chairman. I don't know what's happening. So I need to know, because I'm not going to be made to look a fool and a mug anymore, really. So it needs to happen, and then if it doesn't, if it's a non-starter, then obviously I think that'll be the end of me.